my first proposal to my manager was, hey, let's do 2 albums. The first one is called All Species Parade, and it's more grounded in the earth. Second one is called The Mighty Pacific.
Wow.
And it's more grounded in water and air. She said, no, the industry doesn't work like that, Scheinman. I want one amazing album. And so I had that phrase, one amazing album. Okay, I'm going to make you one amazing album.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, a CD is 72 minutes. And I tried to get a narrative or a story or a logic to these tunes. So then I went out on the road and I played it for a bunch of people. And my very, very brilliant friend, Robbie Fulks, who's from a totally different world of music. He's a country singer and a comedian and brilliant intellectual. I said, sequence this thing for me, Robbie. I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. And he came up with Ornette first. I had never thought of that. Totally never thought of that. And he sequenced the whole thing. I made one shift and it was done. Like, I really had a hard time sequencing it. But he really heard it. I now hear Ornette Goes Home, the first song on the album, as a kind of introduction to the band. Everybody takes a solo. Everybody has plenty of time. It brings in the celebratory nature of the whole album. That's one of the things you can do in framing an album is it's like the thesis or whatever. And had I started with Nocturne, it would have been a much more serious thesis. That is in there, but the whole album itself, I didn't really want to be too grave. You know, I wanted an element of parade and an element of appreciation and frolic, plain old frolic and growth and variety and diversity, all of that stuff I wanted in there. And I feel like Ornette brought all of us in with all our different perspectives of diversity of perspective as improvisers.
Wow.
And then the bear is also somewhat, it's got a little bit of comedy in it. It's understandable. And it brings in one big animal first, the big mammals. Then we dive into the Jarogigi suite, which is a serious idea. Then that third part of these 4 sections, there's a lot of Nels Klein in it. We have House of Flowers, which has this kind of mystical, swarmy, swirly thing that Nels and I do together. The Cape is the surf tune. It's the most body. It's the most spunky. It's kind of an outlier, maybe, in the whole sequence. And I feel like that one really pushes it into freedom.